Good morning, everyone. Well, it's Tuesday morning, so welcome to our Tuesday morning travel tips. Before I get started, I'd just like to give a shout out to our TAN agents, and that stands for Travel Agents Networking. They are on their way to Puerto Rico this morning so that they can check out the destinations and look at some of the hotels. That's what we do. So if you are in the mood to take a trip to Puerto Rico sometimes this summer or in the near future, give me a call and I will refer you to one of the agents who are there today checking out, the hotels and the destination. So before I get started, how about the weather? Today is the 15th day that rain has been in the forecast. So I know everyone now is really, really looking forward to some sunny days and hopefully sunny days on the beach. Our topic today is something that everyone can relate to. And it's something that you can relate to because at one time or other, I'm sure that we all have been had a chance to stay in a hotel room. Could be in the Caribbean, it could be close by, but we've all stayed in a hotel room at one time or the other. So today I'm going to talk about warning signs when your hotel is not what it appears to be. If you have not consulted a travel agent before you left, maybe you've gone on Expedia or Travelocity or Cheap Trips, and you say, well, I don't want a whole tour. I'm just going to have a few days at the hotel. So what do? The next thing you do is go on the website, put in the destination, your hotel, and you pull up some pictures of what the hotel is like. I just want to give you a word of caution. What you see on the website is not always what you see when you get to the hotel. For instance, if you go to the website and you see a lot of pictures of the common areas, the pool area, the lobby, but you don't see too many pictures of rooms, and if you see a room, 9 times out of 10, it will be a room that is not a standard room, but maybe a suite or one of the higher price rooms. Beware that all rooms are not alike. Also, if the website is outdated, if your website that you're going to for a hotel is outdated, then 9 times out of 10, they are not putting in the time and effort that they need on the website, and they're not putting in the time and effort that is needed in their hotels. Look at the fixtures. Look around the bathtub. Look at the corners of the room. Check it out thoroughly before you commit to staying in a hotel room. How are you going to do this? You're going to check with a travel agent who's been there, or if we have not been there, we can talk to our preferred suppliers who are connected to that hotel, who'll be able to give us a little more information. Also, I encourage you to look at your reviews on TripAdvisor. Now, you'll see a lot of reviews on TripAdvisor. Some will be favorable, some will be not favorable. So how do you pick out the ones that, you should really pay attention to? First of all, notice the gender of the person who's writing the review, and also notice the age. Of course, if you see something that is from a young person, they're not really interested in how the hotel looks a lot of times. Usually, they're just there to have fun, to go in, to sleep, and to get out into the destination. So read as many reviews as possible to get an idea, a good idea about what the hotel will be like. If you want to see my reviews, go to TripAdvisor and in the search engine, put in Teacher Agent 101. And I have written many, many reviews of the hotels that I've stayed in over the period of years. That might help you a little bit too. And then also, once you read the reviews, notice how the hotel managers respond to the reviews. Because if there is a review, whether favorable or unfavorable, the hotel manager should respond. Does the hotel manager seem that they're rude or they're trying to make excuses? That will also give you a good indication of the hotel that you're visiting. When you try to make a reservation, so you're not going to go through your travel agent, you're going to go on your own, you're going to call the hotel, you're going to make a reservation. Notice how the salesperson that you're talking to, how they're answering questions. See how knowledgeable they are about the property. Are they eager to answer your questions, or do they want to hurry up and book you and then get you off the line? So that's a few things, a few warning signs that you should be aware of when you go to book a room. The next thing I want to talk about is things you should do before you check in. Okay, so now you're at the hotel, you're getting ready to check in. Before you check in, I want you to make sure that you sanitize the room. Do you know that the most germs found in the hotel room are found on the remote control of the TVs? They're found on the doorknobs of the bathroom, the front doorknob. They're found on the light switches. So also always take some sanitizing wipes. That's one thing that I don't leave home without, whether I'm flying on the airplane or staying in a hotel room. Always sanitize those areas good before you use them. I know we don't want to talk about bed bugs, but bed bugs are everywhere. Check out the around the mattress, check out the sheets. Make sure that there are no little black dots around the mattress or on the bottoms of the sheets will indicate that there has been a problem with bed bugs. And whether you know it or not, there is a website that you can find that will tell you what hotels have been reported to have bed bites. So you should check that out before you travel. Also, remove the comforter. That's the cover that's on the top of the bed. Now, yes, the sheets are cleaned often. The pillowcases are cleaned often. If not every day, then they are cleaned between visitors. But the comforter that is on the top of the bed is not cleaned every day. And they're not cleaned between visitors. They're checked for spots, but if there are no spots, then those same comforters are put on the bed when the next guests arrive. And how many of you know that spots don't always indicate that there are germs? You can see the germ, you can't see the germs, you can see the spots, but always remove the comforter before you sleep. Just roll it up, fold it up, put it on the side before you go to bed. Don't lay on that comforter. Also, when you go in, most hotel rooms have alarm clocks. Always reset that alarm clock or either unplug it, because you don't know what the previous guests have set it to. And it could be that they wanted to wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning or 6 o'clock in the morning. So in order not to be rudely awakened from your sleep, unplug the alarm clock. And then if you're worrying about oversleeping, call down to the front desk and have them give you a wake-up call. And then finally, put a do not disturb sign on the door, because if you're in some of the better hotels, then you'll have someone knocking on your door to turn down your beds at night. Or you'll have the cleaning people coming to knock on your door early in the morning to make up your bed. So if you want to sleep late, you don't want to be disturbed, remember to put the Do Not Disturb sign up. And then finally, be familiar with your fire escape route. I'll say that again, it's very important. Always be familiar with your fire escape route. It will be posted preferably on the door. There is a map that tells you what to do, the way you get out of the hotel in case of an emergency. So that's some of the tips that I want to leave you with today when you are checking into a hotel room. Do your homework. Check out the hotel. If you don't have time to do that, you could always hire a travel agent to do it for you. So before I go, I just want to say, please go into my Facebook page, my business Facebook page. In the top of your Facebook, in the search area, put in Hyman Travel Network. Like my page, leave some comments about how you enjoyed this video, or leave me some constructive criticism, things that I can do better, so that I can be excited about doing these Tuesday tips. And I know that you are listening, that it's important to you. So leave me a couple tips to let me know how I'm doing. Once again, this is Audrey with the Hyman Travel Network saying goodbye. See you next Tuesday. Happy travels. Have a great, great week. And don't get depressed about the rain, because sunny days will be here soon. Bye-bye.